Why did you delete the comment?
I had to delete the comment.
Why? Javi gets a job at fucking, I shouldn't swear this early, at freaking JP and Borgen.
Yeah.
And I logging onto LinkedIn for the first time in maybe 3 months.
I'm going to say. Because you accepted my invite and then almost immediately commented nerd.
Yes. Well, because I went on there, because my camera is way too high up.
Way too high? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
You don't know how to.
No, let me do it.
Okay. Let's see how
you continue.
Let's see how Javi can do this.
See how it looks if I were to have to do this.
Okay.
Can I zoom in a little on you?
Sure. Yeah. That's too much. Too much.
Right, you need room to breathe.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being in that third?
Good. It could still use some angling down though. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't believe he knows how to do that. He definitely doesn't. Let's see. She's a bit crooked. There's the ball. There's the little the thing. Oh, brother. There's another swivel which you're not using that you could be using.
There.
Sure. Actually, yeah, that's pretty good.
You were meant to keep going.
Still crooked. Well, because I got distracted by your ineptitude with the microphone. And also your mic's all floppy now. It's good. Can you flip it away from me so I'm not distracted though? Thank you. Does he remember how to do his microphone? There we go. Okay, so I log into LinkedIn for the first time in a few months because the Madre is making me look for shit for the summer.
Yeah.
And
Good mod.
So I accept your friend invite. I accept Luke's friend invite. Who I didn't even know. He sent me a little friend request.
Call a connection on LinkedIn.
And then I sent out like 3 to friends. And I just put you can do like the custom message, and I just put friend on each of them.
Okay.
And then I see that Javi has some nerdy ass post talking about how, I got this. I'm so excited to work at JP Borgen, and well, this shit. And so what do? I, as given to me by my First Amendment rights, spit out your gum, try to express my free speech. You owe every single week, you look for just something to stick it on, and then you leave it for me as a little treat to find later on in the week.
No way. Do I really?
You've done that at least 3 times. It has been in a Ziploc bag before. It's been on a receipt before.
Yeah, and I also remember.
I think it's been on a receipt twice.
Maybe. I remember one of them at least.
But so I just use my First Amendment rights to say my thought. Don't be on that.
No. I have a point with this.
Okay, pull your mic closer at the very least.
Hold on.
I've used my First Amendment rights to say what I think of Javi in that moment.
Which was?
NERD.
Yeah.
You know, I was just trying to reference the band. Okay? And all of a sudden, I'm getting canceled here. You're saying you're using censor? Big fucking tech, big Wall Street censorship, literal Wall Street censorship coming down from a JP Morgan employee, stopping me from citing musical references? What is this shit?
You were not in a public town square, so I had the right to censor you.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Supreme Court ruled that Trump couldn't block people.
What?
Supreme Court, this was an old ruling. Some fucking judge ruled that Trump couldn't legally block people on Twitter.
Yeah, because that's who holds in office.
Yeah, and you're in an office.
I'm not even an employee yet.
JP Borgen. Yeah, you're going to be in like a year.
A year.
and yet you're already enforcing their will on me. I'm just a creative
I just
independent.
deleted it because somebody I very much respect goes, there's somebody trolling you in your comments.
You should have said no. That's my best freaking friend, Jacob Stalvey.
I said, I bet I know who it is.
And he would be a privilege. He would be a benefit to the company if we were to hire him.
He's not somebody at JP Morgan.
Well, yeah, but you could have just been telling it to someone about JP Morgan.
Right.
I'm not a troll.
Well,
I was congratulating you.
Really?
Yes.
Through the musical reference.
Through the musical reference.
It's not a musical reference. It's a congratulations.
Can it not be both? Is the song "Happy Birthday" not both a music and a congratulatory message about one's birth? Or how about the wedding song?
What's the wedding song?
I can't remember any of it.
I didn't know there was a wedding song.
Dude, like the hum. Like there's like you know how like the like there's like
you said like and the more times than I care to.
Give me a break here, Buster Brown. Okay, you know how there's like the national or not the national anthem, like the Pledge of Allegiance song.
No.
Yes, you do.
What Pledge of Allegiance song?
Like the fucking song they play during the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, well then,
like with trumpets and it's like saxophones and like classical. You're being dumb now.
I don't know the Pledge of Allegiance song.
It's like it's not like a song. You don't sing along to it, but it's like a backing track. It's like a backing track. Like
that's the Star Spangled
Yeah,
Banner.
okay, so it's one and the same. That doesn't matter. But it's like just take the instrumental of the Star Spangled Banner, and it's like similar to that. It's the wedding song. What's the fucking wedding? Where's my phone? I need to pull up the wedding song while you're typing on your damn phone.
I'm also pulling up the Pledge of Allegiance song.
Wedding song. It's like the wedding song. Dun dun dun. Ba-da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. It's the wedding song.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Okay.
And to the republic for which it stands.
Is this what you're thinking of?
No, I was thinking of what we would do for WCAT and how there would be like the little music in the background. Isn't it like
coming soon to DVD?
Isn't it like the Star Spangled Banner isn't even like our real national anthem? It's like not the official one. What is that?
Stand, goddammit! Stand!
Stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all. Right, I forgot about that. Who? I think there is like an extended Pledge of Allegiance. All right, turn it off, buddy boy, and be careful not to click the cables. What? He puts the phone down and then picks it right back up.
I have a topic.
That's
but I'm gonna forget it.
embarrassing.
I'm sending it to you.
That's embarrassing. You're so concerned about the topics and the such.
No, I just always have so much stuff to say, and we always get like sidetracked from what I want to say, and then I take the tea home, and I'm like,
yeah,
I make that exact face.
There's no joke I can make off of that.
Um,
That I feel comfortable making off of that.
make it.
No.
But yeah, you were censored.
You're a fucker for that. You know that? You're
I
gonna
thought
get
it-
your GD comeuppance.
Thank you. I think a comeuppance is a good thing.
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm on the come up, that's a good thing.
No, I think it's like what's coming up for you. Not to be on the come up.
Oh,
And so I'm saying you're gonna get your comeuppance
with malintent.
with Malin. Correct. You know what's effed up?
Okay.
Bobby over here says, you know what? We're gonna do weekly parties at the dorm.
Yeah, and then we just haven't.
Then what? Then
We did a few,
then now bi-weekly, as in every other.
and that went for a little while.
That went for what? Maybe like 2,
No, we did 4.
4 bi-weekly or 4 weeks.
We have done 4 weeks of parties
Since when?
since it started, which was like March.
So you've done 4 weeks of parties, aka you've done 4 parties.
Correct. And you've been at all 4.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah.
Bro,
Not a single one has happened without you.
that's crazy. We use the term party too liberally here.
Hang out.
True.
It's just Kevin in the kitchen,
Kevin in the kitchen cooking us some beets or steak.
depending on which one.
Both times he's burning the house down.
Correct. Good joke.
And
If there was a ding, I'd ding it for you.
and then thank you. The Cinema Sins ding inserted here.
Yeah. Cinema wins.
Dude, so true. Why Cinema Sins is outdated and Cinema Wins actually is the better product. I don't know.
Do you believe that?
No. I haven't watched a single Cinema
Nobody
Wins
has.
video.
Nobody has.
I just saw that as a thumbnail.
Really.
Like some video essay about it.
People have too much time.
Real shit. Pull that microphone way closer to you.
People have too much time.
Real shit. I'll +2 that.
Okay. Good.
Dude, I've been there's a virus occurring on YouTube that I'm realizing of people just making the same fucking videos as each other. And you may think, "Oh, is
On
this
YouTube?
new? Is this new?" Yes, on YouTube.
Okay.
Because I have cracked by accident into some like comic books like space and like talking about comic books and
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
And every fucking video presented is the same thumbnail.
Why aren't her tits bigger?
No. It's I shit you not. It is a 4 columns by 2 rows grid of circles with images on white, and each of them has a different comic event with text on it. And so it'll be like the evil versions of every Marvel character. And so it'll be like Venom, evil Spider-Man, evil Captain America. Or it'll be like, sorry, that one.
Wow.
That one was crude. Or it'll be like the biggest the biggest Marvel crossover events, and it's like Secret Wars, this shit, House of M, whatever.
I get
Okay.
you. I'm picking it up.
It's the same, and every single time I see this video,
Right.
and I'm like, because I admit I watched like one that was like.
And that's all you need these days. YouTube just tips in a frenzy. If you show interest in one, God
Yeah.
forbid you search it yourself.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's like I watched one of the like crossover events,
And then
maybe like one
more.
of the evil characters or whatever the fuck.
And they figured out what
And
worked
that's
on
like
you.
it.
Yeah.
But now every single thumbnail, they're the exact
Yeah.
same. And it is crazy because every time I'm like, oh,
Different creators though?
yes, I assume. Every time I'm like, is this like
The same.
actually, I'm like, is this actually like a banger video? And so I look at the view count and when it was released, every time it's like 3.9K views released 3 days ago.
Mm.
And so it's like, what are we this is just people. I hesitate to like jump to the conclusion that this is just AI copying and pasting shit, but like it very easily could be, or it's just people being lazy and copying
the
and pasting.
template.
True, that's a possibility. It's just like a very generic thumbnail to make, and then like the easiest thing, you just go and summarize 10 comic books.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just like it's the same fucking thing. Or it's like I tried
But you watched it.
I watched it once.
Yeah, but you watched it.
Or it's like I tried searching for some video recently, and it was just like all I could see was just like barfed up. Or I think I tried looking for like the content cop, because content cop's gone woke. And like
who's that?
Remember iDubbbz?
Yeah.
So iDubbbz had this whole old video series called Content Cop, which is really innovative for like creator call out culture of like, look at this person, they're behaving really unethically. And it was a strong series when he did it, but the last one was like 2015, 2016.
Right.
And since then, he's also had a very much public shift towards being more progressive and kind of rejecting his previous roots of like being very slur heavy in his videos, like defending the white people, anyone saying the N-word or the F-word and stuff. And so he's very much reformed since then. But so he most recently, he made a new one like Tuesday or something.
Was he the subject of it?
No.
Oh.
On H3H3.
I thought people liked H3.
H3H3's gone off the fucking deep end in the past 2 years.
Really?
Why are you so far from the microphone?
Really?
Internally? Yes. Israel Palestine.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah, like he had a podcast with Hasan, but like his wife is Israeli and he lived in Israel for a while.
He had a podcast with Hasan?
Before October 7th. He had a 2-year-long podcast with Hasan.
And that was the event?
And then October 7th hit and they really started talking about it. Killed the podcast. They ended it. Ethan then started like over the course of a year long was just like passive aggressively like making like comments about Hasan, not really naming him, and then more explicitly naming him and being like Hasan the fucking anti-Semite Nazi, and then it expanded more and more, and then he was like, yeah, Twitch, the website, Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch. Dan Clancy, the Nazi, the fucking pedophile. He's saying this on a live stream. He's just, anytime he brings these up, Twitch, they're promoting anti-Semitism and Nazis, and there's no one and all this shit and whatever, and just off the deep end.
Hate to see it.
What Zionism does to a motherfucker, and also whatever amphetamine he's on. But so, Ian made it about him. Ian is iDubbbz.
Oh.
They have two similar names, Ian and Ethan. It's hard to
Same
keep track
person.
of.
Same person.
It really is.
Are we certain that they're not the same person?
I know. But it's like, it is goofy in some aspects where Ethan H3 is like, dude, they called CPS on me because saying that my kids got giardia by eating my dog's vomit and poop because I fed them cheddar. And it's like, there's like tiny parts of that story he has explicitly said himself. Like he was like, yeah, I fed my dog cheddar, not realizing it's like toxic for it and it killed the dog, or likely killed the dog. And then they would be like, yeah, the dog's shit is all around the house. And then separately, like, yeah, my kids got giardia. And then just like, it's like, bro, what is going on here?
Interesting.
Anyway, I tried to look up the Content Cop because I want to watch one person or like Hasan talk about it or some shit. And it was just like fucking re-uploads. iDubbbz is woke content. Ethan Klein calls out iDubbbz DEI content cop. And it's just like, oh my God, we're all posting the same shit over and over again. Like we're just in this endless cycle of the same words. Anyway.
How do we get onto this?
Because I was talking about YouTube and how it's just re-uploads and the same videos posted over and over again.
It was 420 the other day.
Yeah.
Did the Boston Common smell terrible?
I don't know. I didn't go out into it.
Oh. What did you do all Sunday?
What did I do all Sunday? I sat down and wrote a 7-page essay in one sitting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did it go well?
I think so. I felt like shit afterwards, but I got the essay done.
Yeah.
I need to read it back over and make sure there's no like obscene, horrible, fucked up things in it before I submit it tomorrow night, but whatever. Whatever, type beat.
I'm 20.
Man, you're just cycling through topics because I wasn't. Yeah.
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
Not a goddamn thing.
It's 20.
Yep.
20 and 19.
Nothing matters.
Lame duck birthdays.
Yep. 18, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. 21.
And 21, you're like, oh shit, with alcohol.
Yeah.
And then
and gambling and smoking.
Mostly for me, just gambling.
Yeah. But
you coming to Encore with me on my 21st?
Where is that?
Encore's in Boston. It's the only casino in Boston.
Sure.
Trying to bring as many people as I can. Everybody brings $100, and whoever wins the most has to give it to me.
Fuck no, then. We ain't doing that shit.
No, that's the point.
What
I'm
do you
trying to
mean
get you to
that's the
gamble as
point?
much as possible. Just
so
gamble.
that you can get it?
No. Because then in theory, everybody just gambles as much as they can for as long as they can, and nobody wins anything, but we all have a good time.
What?
You just gamble all night.
Okay. That's
the second part is just made up.
Oh.
It was more of a bit, but you took
joshing.
it way too seriously. And
Well, you said it.
And now you ruined the bit.
You said it.
But I am serious about the $100 and just go fuck around.
Yeah, I guess, sure.
There's free champagne. Am I raising a good point now?
Certainly a better one. I mean, whatever, man. I haven't ordered your birthday present. It's the same thing as your Christmas present, which I also never ordered. But I keep forgetting to do it.
What was the Christmas gift?
I didn't tell you because it's the same as your birthday present. Because I forgot to order it then. Forgot to order it now. It'll get to you at some point.
What did I get you for Christmas?
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I definitely got something.
I said your birthday present your Christmas present hasn't arrived yet, and you said, yeah, your hasn't either. Why am I slurring my words? I didn't fucking drink anything. Just cream soda. I guess
but I did get you
5
something. I swear.
Well, you didn't give it to me.
Can you imagine I left it in my room?
Possible.
I'd
You
have to
said
look
that
on
it
my
hadn't
Amazon.
arrived yet. It was on one of the podcast recordings.
It's on my Amazon history. I can tell if I
I
got it.
guess. Why the mic?
It's probably a Lego set. Actually, I know it was a Lego set. In fact, now I remember what I got you. Which makes me wonder where I put it. I almost got you a dildo. I remember that.
Dude, your birthday little dinner was funny because it was also like
It was exactly what I expected from what the interactions were.
okay. You were dead on about that, but it was like I didn't totally understand what it was going to be at first because you're like dinner 7 p.m. I had shit else to do. Okay, yeah, and so that's why I felt like I went into that feeling like fucking shit because I just finished the 7-page essay earlier,
Right.
But yeah, it was like I don't know. I was like. I didn't realize until maybe an hour before that I was like, oh, this is probably for Javi's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just like, oh, it's a dinner because his parents are in town or some shit. And then I show up and it's just me and Maddie. Like I expected there to be more of an ensemble or some shit. No, it's just me and Mad.
Those are the only two people my parents would get that are like here.
You wouldn't want to introduce them to Covey or anything?
Oh, they know Cubby and well. Just too wild for them to exist with Giacomo in the same.
That's damn true.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But yeah, so it was just
You have
us.
to tailor the audience to an
True.
11-year-old or a 12-year-old.
You warned me up front
Yep.
They're going to ask you questions about school and stuff. Just lie and say that you love it. I didn't listen. I should have.
Yep.
I will
exactly how I thought it was going to.
Yeah. There was a funny part though that I just noticed when Giacomo was raving about the Minecraft movie, and he showed your dad the TikTok of like one of the fucking Minecraft
Chicken
movies.
jockey.
No, it's like all the like modern contemporary like Gen Alpha TikToks are like the top 10 moments from this thing.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like clips of something, but each one gets played 3 times, one normal pitch, one low pitch, one high pitch.
And
He's showing it to your dad,
who has no idea what it is.
who just has like the like starts off with the widest 0 teeth grin, like open mouth smile ever, that like slowly shrinks.
He's trying to be relatable.
Because he's trying, and he's like, I kind of get the humor maybe, but it's just like so modern zoomerism, alphaism, that's just like so surreal and batshit and brain rotted.
Do you think it hits him that he was born into segregation and now he's watching Chicken Jockey on a phone of his 12-year-old son?
Probably. It's like I truly wanted to know what was in his head, because like maybe internally he's thinking like, what the hell is this shit? What am I watching? But he didn't explicitly say it. He didn't like explicitly say, I think my son's an idiot. But like, you know, who knows what he was thinking.
Right.
And it was just an odd moment to observe.
Yeah, you walked yourself into a hellhole. You walked yourself into a hellhole.
Oh, yeah.
I told you to smile and wave.
You told me, and I didn't listen.
At every parent dinner, if they're not your parents, you have to smile and wave.
Yeah.
You know, for your birthday dinner, I had an 11-page paper due that night that I really should have been doing. And your mom was like, how's school going? School's going great. How are your assignments? Very easy. They're being done. Just
okay, but that's actually how you think, though.
Yeah.
Because you have enough confidence
And
that
look
you
at
could
him.
lock in and get that paper done.
Look, and it works. I lie to myself. Look, I have 2 sets due tonight at midnight. Have I touched them? No. What time is it? 8.
Yeah, but you're probably going to
I'll do them.
achieve them by less than credible ways.
No.
No?
You can't.
I don't know what the fuck is a
problem with
PSET.
ES120, which is structure of beams, is that ChatGPT is so bad at it. ChatGPT would make a building that broke before you built it.
Did you see that headline that it was like saying please and thank you to ChatGPT?
It's like
was
wasting
costing them money.
billions of
I'm
dollars.
gonna totally start doing that from now
Start
on.
being really polite to it.
Yeah, in the rare instances I do use it to just be overly polite and clog it with extra words.
Yeah. No, but all my classes that I'm taking right now are really bad for chat. Anyways, which is how it should be. You should be learning things that an AI can't do.
Real shit. Fuck AI.
Yeah. But anyways.
Hoorah. Can I get hoorah for that?
Hoorah.
Hoorah. Hoorah.
Hoorah.
All right, continue. You ever feel
you
like...
just have to lie. And you're really bad at listening to me.
No, because
No.
I want to say something, but it's too mean of a thing to say, so I won't say it.
Okay.
But I don't know. I was like, oh, they won't be as pushy.
No, they're going to be.
No, they're not. They were going to be pushy. I guess I forgot that just because your mom works in the mental health field doesn't mean that she's always in that headspace when interacting with people that she cares about.
Yep.
And that she'll result to mom mode.
Yep.
Whatever. I got validation today because I met with a friend at the school and shit who I hadn't talked to in a bit. And she said how she independently pretty much came to the same conclusion that I did, which was like, fuck the short films on campus. I'm going to just do my own shit. So, whatever. I be Bing chilling.
You just said yes.
Yeah.
The conversation could have been shifted. So my dad would have mentioned Stanley Kubrick twice, and it could have been over.
No, he would have mentioned it way more. Your dad, whenever I'm in a conversation with him, talks
Always
about directors.
Stanley Cooper.
He's
Kubrick.
not about for me. He's always talking about the Coen brothers. I think I've maybe seen one Coen brothers film lifetime, at most. I'm
does love the
not
Coen
confident on that.
You seen the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
No,
Really?
no,
I'm actually shocked by that.
it's on the watch list.
Pretty good.
I've heard it's good.
That's like the one that I can think of that comes top of mind.
Yeah. Oh man, you just need to watch like Tarantino, man. You should watch films daily. Watch like 1 to 2 movies a day.
I was like, he would be fat and dead.
Yeah. You should start your own radio show.
I think you should. I like
Man,
that
what's
idea.
the point of a radio show? Radio's
listen.
dead. Podcast killed it. We're doing radio right now.
Yeah, but I think radio's cool.
Why? What's
I
the
listen to
difference?
radio.
What's the fundamental difference between?
It's just like the difference between cable and Netflix. It's what's on. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so then it's
you
just
pick
live streaming.
none of the programming.
It's just live streaming.
Yeah, but an audio only format. So you have to be more descriptive
Okay.
and thus more intriguing with better
Yeah,
writing.
but what am I gonna do for a radio show?
I think you would kill on a radio show.
It's just a little audio live stream.
That
I
sounds
mean,
like
okay,
right
then
up
you
your
can
alley.
do that. But how is that fun? How would I act any different than a normal live stream? Just by talking into a microphone?
Yeah, but you have 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's your segment. You have to focus on something, right?
Man, sometimes radio shows are just like, you always fuck with them. It's crazy. They are just like, they'll just like interview people.
That doesn't have to be your segment, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that there's no like structured thing of needing to do something or the other.
Well, that is the structure.
Yeah.
The structure is that they interview people.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of being locked into any kind of show. That's why, like, I love The Rehearsal, which is Nathan Fielder's newest show, because it's so batshit crazy. It's so bizarre. This is a comedian who, like, did you ever see Nathan For You? The dumb Starbucks stuff? Anyway, the point is that he's like, he has this bizarre idea of, like, I should fix troubles in flight, like commercial flights and stuff, and crashes from those, because the primary cause is not enough communication between the co-pilot and the pilot. And so the way I want to do this is by doing role-playing activities to make the co-pilot feel more assertive. So how I'm going to go about doing this is I'm going to have enlist like 30 actors to go to an airport to stalk random people at the airport, writing down all their like behaviors and stuff. Then we're going to recreate it in a fake airport, get a real co-pilot to go in as he would in a normal airport, see how he would interact with, I know you're falling asleep. It's so,
No, I'm trying to.
it is, see how he would interact with the fake pilot that he's supposedly working with. Then the comedian realizes that they don't interact until they get on the plane for the first time. So then to still try to make some point about assertiveness, he keeps talking to the real co-pilot about being assertive, finds out that he has some like long distance relationship with his girlfriend where she's like a little bit too cozy with one of her Starbucks customers, and like the guy is totally hitting on her, and maybe she's being genuine when she doesn't think that the customer's hitting on her, but it's weird to buy like an ankle bracelet for someone as just a friend gift. And like then they set up a discussion between the real co-pilot and his real girlfriend on a fake cockpit flight simulator set, where they then talk about the relationship stuff and the long distance nature of things.
Man, this is a TV show?
This is an HBO TV show.
There's like multiple episodes of this.
This is one episode of the newest season. That was an episode that was the episode that came out Sunday.
What's the theme of the show?
It's called The Rehearsal, and it's just like all this shit of letting this comedian do whatever the fuck he wants, pretty much. And a lot of it, he's like super awkward humor. And so it's like these like reenactments of stuff. Like the last season, it was largely centered around like, what was it? It was this like single mom who was like wanting to like, or single not mom who was wanting to learn what it would be like to have a kid. So he set up this fake simulation where they were in this like house and they got a kid actor to come in and pretend to be a kid so that they could learn. But then he volunteers himself to be her husband. And they naturally, because they have to like child labor laws, they have to swap out the kid every few hours, but they're trying to make it seamless so that the parents don't know. But then they're also aging up the kid so that it's like, oh, now he's like a toddler. Now he's like a little boy. Now he's like a teenager. At one point, he tries to teach the kid. The mom wants to be really Christian about it,
Right.
But the comedian wants to try to teach him about Judaism because he's Jewish. So he gets this Jewish teacher in. Then they have a side argument about Israel versus Palestine.
Oh,
but then the kid keeps aging up. Then there's this argument between the comedian and the mom. And then the mom quits. But the comedian keeps working with the kid as he keeps aging up. It's so fucking bizarre.
You have a weird taste.
It's one of the best shows on television right now. It's so entertaining. But like, I love that show because it's like, this has no bounds.
Okay.
This has like, it is able to go wherever it wants. And it's sick in that way.
Then you should have a radio show called The Jake Show.
Yeah, so how is that fundamentally any different than what I'm doing now? Just without video.
It forces you to have a license.
It's the Jake Show. Take the Jake Knight Show and just strip the video from it. Radio! Yay! Like, what's the difference?
No, it forces you to have better writing.
It forces you to focus more on the audio experience.
Yeah. Like you couldn't have it to your laugh track be you.
Yeah, I could.
Not in the way that you did on the Jake Show.
Jake Knight Show, thank
Jake
you.
Knight Show.
But why not?
Because that wouldn't transfer well audio wise. People would just think it was wrong.
Well, I'd have to put more effort into mixing it. But like, I don't give a fuck about that.
But
I
you
don't
could.
gaff. I could. Yes, I could gaff. But I don't gaff. I need to do a lot.
And therein lies the rub.
There's the rub. Well, whatever. I'm doing my own shit.
Fair enough.
I got my own work.
Why was it so smoggy today? I should look that up.
It wasn't. I don't know.
It
what
was
you're speaking about.
extremely smoggy today.
In Boston or Cambridge?
Boston.
No, you're wrong. Clear skies. Springtime. I see skies of blue. Red roses too. I see the church and the melange blue. And I think to myself, bum bum bum, what a wonderful world. You're giving me nothing here, Bobbier. You know that?
Hey, actually die.
Why?
It was actually bad today.
Why?
I don't know.
For what? The smog?
Yeah.
You need to get your smog checked. Why?
Usually it hovers around 16.
16 what?
16.
16 smog?
Yeah. 16 on the U.S. Air Quality Index,
Okay.
where lower is better.
Where lower is better.
Today, it peaked at almost 70.
Why?
Oh, no.
Google it. You don't know how to Google. There's no point. There's no effing point with you. You ever think about that? You're just so big business, boy. Oh, I need to go work at banks and stuff. Oh, look at me. I just got this bank job. Meanwhile, censoring your best friend who's just trying to congratulate you. Just trying to congratulate you by citing famous pop group NERD.
It doesn't say why.
Great. So now we spent how long talking about a smog without knowing why?
Would you like me to read the AI overview?
No. Fuck AI, real shit.
Okay.
Is there a way to disable it? Or
Yeah.
no?
Just go to your settings.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have it off on my computer.
I gotta do that.
Yeah. It's generally pretty terrible.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, you can just turn it off.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. That's like, yeah. I turn off all the Gemini crap.
Yeah, fuck all it.
Gemini's dumb.
Fuck all AI, real shit. Art?
You see JD Vance killed the Pope?
Yeah, dude, it's tragic.
Rip, I kind of like the Pope.
Give us woke Pope.
He was a woke Pope.
He was, so I want another one.
I think there'll be another one. Are there conservative popes?
Yeah. Like out of the contenders.
In Italy?
Yeah. Top like base contender is one from Philippines. That's top contender for being new woke Pope.
I like Francis.
Well, he's dead, so unless you want to go down, help a brother out. Actually, no, he biggie.
You know,
or is he down because of all those slurs he would rip?
who?
Francis.
Francis ripped slurs?
Francis ripped slurs.
What slurs?
Like the gay ones. He was supportive of gay people, but apparently he would rip slurs.
He would call them that though?
No, I think like colloquially.
What do you mean?
Like to his homies. I don't know. There was some headline I saw
What
about this
homies
like
does
year.
one have as the Pope?
Are you fucking
Also, can you say the F slur in Italy? Italian? What is it? I mean,
It's probably pronounced differently, but like a soft A rather than a hard one. You know?
sounds more like a pasta then.
Well, yeah.
Of an agotini.
Yeah, I'm not tempting getting any closer to pronouncing it for
I
the
wonder where
bit,
it is.
but
I'll look it up.
what? What is the F slur in Italian? That's like there was a GTA bike called F slur EO. And it was supposed to be a Vespa. When do you think GTA 6 comes out? Bobby. When do you think GTA 6 comes out? Bobby.
Oh, it is weird.
Yeah. When do you think GTA 6 comes out? They said it's coming out this year. And they haven't given a release date. But they're like so confident that it's going to be this year.
I thought it was 2026.
No, it's this year.
You certain?
100%. You want to bet? Like what you see?
Oh, it's September 17th.
Did they say that?
Yeah, but PC is 2026.
I don't. When did they say September? That's AI overview.
It's not AI.
That's AI overview.
It literally says digit.in.
GTA 6 release date. Did it leak? No, I'm not seeing this. I looked it up. I just looked it up and I'm not seeing anything about a release date. Okay, well, good for you, but look, like, I typed in this.
Scroll down.
Yeah, it's all articles saying, who knows? Maybe it got leaked. I think maybe it got leaked, and so that's the leaked one.
I don't know what digit.in is, but I'm on it.
Yeah, like number one result, Reddit, 12th of August. May 2024. No, autumn 2025. Who knows? Maybe it is September.
When do you think the Steam Deck will be under $300?
Man, you're burning through your topics. You listed them out as texts. But you'd rapid fire them.
Well, I'm thinking for the Steam Deck for GTA 6.
That's not gonna run on Steam Deck.
Why not?
Okay, first of all, it's gonna be a while until PC. But second of all, GTA 5 doesn't run on the Steam Deck.
Really?
It used to, and then they updated it, and now it doesn't.
Why?
And they didn't give refunds until Steam made them.
Why?
Call up Rockstar.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Used. Go on Facebook Marketplace.
I mean, there's going to be options, especially when Switch 2 comes out. Pricing, though, I don't know what grade of pricing you'll get with Bidenomics and all still in effect.
With Bidenomics and all, you know what I mean.
Isn't it crazy that we're on track to be like one of the worst performing like economic periods since like fucking 1932? Did you see all those headlines? He's not. He's in Phone World.
Somebody's selling one for $101. Something has to be wrong.
Well, yeah, and you also want to check if it's OLED or not. Because do you want it OLED or you want LCD? I can't see that. Yeah, it's a little suspicious. I mean, maybe they're just desperate and they realize they don't need it. They played all the Bellotro they can. But they realize that Bellotro's on your phone now.
Nah. It's an old guy in the photos, but he's selling new shit all for way too cheap.
Angle your mic closer to you, blood.
Definitely not this guy.
Whatever.
OG.
Do you need another fucking digit, trinket, gadget, gizmo?
No. But at this rate, I'm not playing games all year.
Yeah.
Even in the summer.
And so you're going to change that by getting a new one?
On the move.
What's on the move? So is the Switch Lite. You playing that anytime soon?
Actually, yeah.
Cap.
Planning on bringing it to work.
That's crazy.
I have a 1 hour lunch. I eat lunch in roughly 12 minutes.
Bro. JP Morgan people gonna be judging the fuck out of you.
Oh no, this isn't for my
bright,
JP.
colorful.
This isn't my JP Morgan job.
This is your other
this
internship.
Is Commonwealth that I don't care about. They're being acquired anyways in the middle of my internship, so
that's crazy. You only have one game on there.
Yeah, that's all I need. PGA Tour.
I guess.
Have I ever stated that I was bored with that game?
You implied it.
When?
Previously.
On Criminal Minds. Wow, I just didn't say the word criminal there. I said criminal.
Criminal Minds.
Nah, I like that game. That game is good.
Okay, but like,
what other games could have?
I don't know. Why don't you wait to get Switch 2?
I don't know.
Everyone's gonna be getting Switch 2.
Get it, which means I'll just use the original Switch.
Yeah, but you always say that shit, and then it never happens.
What, that Giacomo will get the Switch too?
You say shit about how your family will interact with regards to possessions, and then there's like 50-50 chance that it actually comes true.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'll just like get this thing, but they'll get this thing, but it'll be like mine. My family's getting the OLED, but like it'll low key be mine.
Yeah, the OLED is. I used it all the time, bro. We used the OLED all the time. We played Switch at my house all the time. In fact, we had tournaments.
I'm doing what they call the Kubrick stare.
Are you telling me we didn't?
Yeah, but was that the OLED? That was before OLED.
No, that was the OLED.
That was the OLED?
Yeah. So hardy har har.
I'll just get a new... Actually, no, you shouldn't get a fucking Steam Deck because you're the guy who gets a PlayStation every other year and then sells it 6 months later. How much money do you think you would have saved by just buying one and keeping it?
Zero. I netted out.
Really?
Yeah, I lost no money.
That's gross.
What do you mean that's gross?
That you're like using a product, you're fucking it, and then casting it to the side as just another street whore to be used?
Yeah. I buy it from people who don't want it, and I sell it to people who want it.
What's the
Just buying and selling it.
Moneyball? I haven't seen Moneyball.
I don't know.
But there's like some clip or The Big Short or something where it's like we're selling this to willing investors, and it's like a really schemy thing. Yeah, I'm just selling it to people who want it.
That's The Big Short. Yeah.
Yeah, but you've also depreciated it.
Not more than the market will bear.
Nerd.
It was a PS4 Slim.
Yeah, and you bought it like 3 times.
Twice.
Cap.
Twice.
Death Stranding. Horizon.
Those were the only 2.
There's definitely more.
I only bought it for Death Stranding and Horizon. Played The Last of Us on my brother's.
No, you got it for
PS4.
Gran Turismo.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I have not once, not never played Gran Turismo.
You have. You have, and you didn't like it.
Never played Gran Turismo.
Quite literally did.
No, I did not.
Then what else did you get it for?
Just Death Stranding.
No,
and
you got it for
Horizon
something else. Man, I'm tired. I guess I got 5 hours of sleep.
Same.
Yeah. Woke up at 5 a.m. Couldn't fall back asleep.
Woke up at 6 a.m. Had lift.
We need to start bulking these.
We really do.
Because also,
We're gonna have to go digi.
I don't want to go digi. I don't like digi. Because you'll have to go back to having a butt microphone. You'll have just like the buttest microphone ever.
Depending on my living situation, the Yeti might become operable again.
Okay.
If I get a desk where my arm reaches around.
Yeah. True, I guess. But it'll be butt again.
Well, we had some fun in the digi days.
We had some fun, sure. I don't know.
Like the milk caliente bit came out of the digi days. And honestly, that's one of my favorite episodes. You love the caliente bit. Just because I think of that video every time, and that's hilarious.
I don't like the caliente.
You don't like the caliente bit?
It's a funny video, but it's not that amazing.
I think it's hilarious.
Oh, damn, I'm tired. I'm fucking EB Bears. Man, I don't want to go digi. We're going to have to, but I don't want to. What if I'm
What are you going to do this summer? Why don't you be a digital production assistant at UF?
What does that mean? What is the words you're fucking
social
saying
media
to me? I don't give a crap. I don't know. I've applied to a few things. There's two internships, but for the same company that I applied for in LA that I'm really hoping I get. Doubtful. But it's for Good Mythical Morning. And so, like, I would be stoked if I got that. And then I've applied to other shit that I'm so much bleh about. But, like, whatever.
Who did GMM just buy?
GMM? I don't know. Gerard Motors.
No, Good Mythical Morning. Good Mythical Morning is GMM. I just bought someone.
Hot Ones? No, that was BuzzFeed. No, BuzzFeed sold Hot Ones. I think they bought Hot Ones.
You think GMM bought Hot Ones?
Yeah.
No.
Hot Ones isn't profitable, I think.
Well, because it's all of that one guy. The host.
Yeah. They bought Smosh previously, but they sold Smosh. Also, it's just called Mythical. Yeah, I think they bought Hot Ones.
Really?
Sold by BuzzFeed. But there are only partial owners, I think.
Oh, with Sean Evans.
With Sean Evans, a podcast company, and fucking George Soros.
Who's Soros?
George Soros? I don't know. He's some big billionaire that right-wingers always complain about. I don't know why. I don't know anything about him.
I don't know why I thought George Santos.
No, not George Santos. Dude, our retention graph's gonna fucking plummet in these last 10 minutes. This is poop podcasting. We're doing butt podcasting.
Oh,
It's butt podcasting where we show each other our gaping holes. Dude, real shit. If I get constipated, Can you imagine first thing you're doing is popping a suppository? I have a friend who was constipated recently.
Okay.
First thing they did when like freaking out, like constipated for 6 days. First thing they did in trying to medical relieve it, not laxative, not stool softener, straight to suppository.
That's the way you put up your butt, right?
Yeah. I can't imagine going first thing
How does
on
that
suppository.
work? How does your butthole absorb?
I don't know. It's made with the same skin as your lips, but I don't think that helps
We don't
us.
absorb our lips, though.
Yeah, we kind of do. There's hot sauce on it. We kind of absorb through our lips.
I kind of disagree with that.
But like, I don't know.
Your fucking chair.
You're just a hater.
It slipped off of my butt again.
Okay, because you're fucking with it.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm just sitting.
Yeah, but you're all squishing around in it.
Continue.
I can't imagine first thing is suppository.
Yeah, that's a bold move.
That's crazy.
Is this a man or a woman?
I won't say. I don't want to give away revealing info.
That's not very revealing.
That's true. Most of my friends are women anyway. It's
Yeah.
a woman.
Okay. That makes more sense then.
No, it
If it's a
doesn't.
dude, that's crazy.
I think it's just as odd.
No.
Well, because you're protective about your anus. But like, dude, straight to suppository?
Wild either way.
Crazy.
Crazy move.
Who would go there?
That's like saying I want to get in a taxi
Yeah.
without getting an Uber first.
Real. You fucking start off, you go incremental.
Exactly. You go public transit, Uber, taxi,
Right.
vehicle.
It's crazy. I don't know. Caught me off guard. Going straight
Does she
to
like it?
I didn't ask that fucking question, you weirdo.
No, does it like work?
It didn't work.
So then it was doubly useless.
And then she tried the laxatives.
And it worked?
I don't know. It was like a day or two delay, I think, before it all started helping.
Well, then neither of them worked, and she's had a weird gut.
Yeah. I'm still blown away by straight to suppository.
I had a suppository once, but I was 8.
Guy who, when is told to check his temperature, automatically assumes you shove it up his ass.
Let me bend over.
It's like put at the forehead once.
Huge probe.
Yeah.
Forehead scanner. All right, Doc, hold on.
Yeah.
What would the doctor do? Just swipe?
They would be like, oh no, it goes for the forehead.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, sir. It's one of the forehead
yeah.
scanners. A common misconception.
You can put this back on.
Yeah.
Sir, wow. That's, those are nice. I mean,
I'm certainly tempted. But the tool
Do you
only
want a
works one way.
prostate exam?
Yeah. We're butt podcast.
No, I'm sorry.
What?
John Mulaney's coming to B-Town
Okay.
in September.
Okay.
Want to go?
It depends how much tickets are.
I don't know. The pre-sale starts tomorrow.
See how much the tickets are.
Play a lot.
Well,
Do you remember how much Seinfeld was?
yeah, but Seinfeld's like
Weren't they
fucking
like
crook.
400?
Yeah, but Seinfeld's a crook. Did you see this shit with Larry David and Bill Maher recently? Maher?
Yeah, aren't they?
Maher?
Isn't Larry David dead?
No. I think you were thinking of Larry Bird?
No, Larry Bird is certainly alive.
Okay, then we're just talking about two alive people.
Is Larry David not the one who had 8 bajillion wives that all divorced him and had like a radio show?
No. Are you thinking of the conservative guy? Are you thinking of Howard Stern?
No.
He's also
Old
still
guy.
alive. There was like a conservative guy who was like super had a radio show that died. This was years ago. Larry David was the co-creator of Seinfeld. He also did Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's in Phone World.
Yes, I know who Larry David is.
Then why were you so fucking...
Now that I look at him, he also does some funny bits about Jewish people.
Yeah, but so Bill Maher recently...
Right?
I don't think his name is Bill Maher.
Larry David mocks Bill Maher with My Dinner with Adolf.
Okay, well, you're skipping right to the punchline, but...
What does that mean?
Bill Maher recently, he was like, yeah, I went to the White House, I got invited, and, you know, Trump was a really nice guy. He's like, he puts on a character in public and like all this stuff. And like, really, when you talk to him, he's like really good. And like, you know, we may have
Bill
our...
Maher said this?
Yeah, we may have...
Isn't he a CNN host?
No, but he's a liberal late night talk show host.
Oh.
He's not a fucking liberal, but yeah, he's like Trump. Yeah, you know, we may have some differences in our beliefs, but he's a nice guy. And so Larry David wrote that New York Times op-ed mocking him. That was like, yeah, you know, I got invited to dinner with Hitler, and I was a little concerned at first, but we were able to get in. We made fun of Goebbels together and all this shit, and we looked in awe at all these different paintings that he had stolen from the Jews. And, you know, I think Hitler's a really nice guy. He's in Phone World.
Yeah. Who is this guy?
That is Larry King.
Larry King, you're right.
Yeah, that's Larry King. Recite back to me what I just said about Bill Maher and the Hitler
He
stuff.
made an op-ed joking about how, yeah, I went to dinner with Adolf, and we had dinner, and we talked about art that I stole from the Jews. And yeah, he was a really nice guy. We had our differences.
All right, fair enough.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Yep. God, I just want a president who's 42 or something like that. Or 52.
Man,
Hell, I'll take 60.
real. Hell, I'll take 60.
Yeah.
You know what? Pass me a blunt. Nice day. 70. I'll push it.
I don't want my president to be taking Social Security.
Fair.
If you are legally retired by Social Security means
Okay.
retire.
I know you have a hate boner for AOC. I'm starting off with this.
I'm with Bernie as of the current time.
Real?
If he could just not be as old as he is.
Bernie ain't running though.
How old is he now?
He's like maybe either the same or a bit older than Trump. Yeah. He's more cognizant than Trump, but he's old.
He is old.
So if anyone runs, it's probably going to be AOC. And I know you have your hate boner for AOC.
But she's too hated by the right.
Yeah, but they don't fucking care about that. I think people are going to be looking at their paychecks and their wallets and realizing it's empty and then just go whichever party line, just choose the other one. Real shit. Real shit. That's the spliff I'm smoking on.
Depends on how bad then this next year goes.
Yeah, but I think it's already true. I mean, it depends how bad the fucking... Yeah,
See how the
how
midterms go.
Midterms, yeah, but I think, you know, we've already had this huge tumble. It's just a question of if it's
Didn't we lose
made up.
1.3 trillion yesterday?
Yeah, we're losing it like every day.
Wait, how much did we lose today? I'll do the market cap.
I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's like you weren't paying attention earlier, but we're on track to like have one of the lowest periods since like 1932. He's still not paying attention. So I just said it twice.
No,
for you.
I heard you that time. We're up a little bit today.
It's like everything's fucking spiraling and whatever.
2 points because Trump says he wasn't going to fire the Fed chair, of which he still has no control over.
Great.
The Fed and the government are separate.
Oh, he's not going to fire him?
He can't.
I
Either
know,
way.
but he really wanted to. What is it? Colin Powell?
Jerome Powell.
Jerome Powell. Who's Colin Powell? Was he the He's someone. Who's Colin Powell? Was he the Secretary of Defense or State or something under
Former chairman
Bush?
of the U.S. Joint Chief of Staff.
I don't remember
He
anything.
was the
about
first
it.
African American to hold the office under the Bush administration.
Did he die from COVID?
Yes.
Damn, that's a crazy poll.
Honest, that's pretty shocking, being as he was a very early COVID death.
I think he was made famous because he was super like COVID truther and then was early death. That's how I know.
Damn. Good fucking memory, Paul.
Yeah, but I didn't know anything about him. I thought he was different until I pieced that together.
He did oversee the invasion of Panama and Operation Desert Storm.
Great. Love him. Man, fucking everything's a mess. We're saying this every week, but everything's a mess, and it truly is.
Life's getting shitty.
You know what's
and it
great?
totally
I love
sucks.
texting my wife fucking war plans.
Is he getting sacked?
Mixed reports. Trump's denying it publicly, but internally,
You gotta
there's
sack
report-
that
You
guy.
gotta sack him. Dude, the Democrats are fucking doing loops on his corpse, making jokes about his alcoholism. The Democrats are being funny on Twitter about his alcoholism. That's how you know he's fucked up.
Jeez.
Like the official
That is a
Democratic
long way to
Twitter.
tumble.
Yeah, they're being really funny, making fun of him. Bro, that's bad. Also, the fuck is his family gonna do about it? Hey guys, we're gonna bomb Yemen. What are they supposed
That
to be
being said, tomato soup tonight?
yeah, like what the fuck? How are they supposed to react? Legitimately, like what's the point?
Probably make investment decisions.
It's also missing the forest for the trees and why are we bombing Yemen and blah 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 blah. But like,
Yeah, man.
yeah, Yemen. But it's just
And on that note,
yay.
see you next week. I'll either be a national champion or a loser.
Yay.